names when we ourselves are telling people not to drop names when people aren't here, when we ourselves are telling people that we operate off of logic and facts and what was it Breezy herself said, if you see me do something, tell me and I will own up to it. However, for weeks that is exactly what has happened. And when it is time to stand up in the middle of the shit that came out of your own asshole, you are nowhere to be seen. You are all of a sudden quiet when you have been the loudest one in the motherfucking room for almost a fucking month. All of a sudden, you're in a bad headspace. You can't speak for yourself. All of a sudden, you've got to stand behind your white ass girlfriend. All of a sudden, you can no longer talk.
Also, I would like to give the biggest shout out to every member of all the communities, but specifically the Indigenous community, who literally rode out to defend me. Because, like, I got in that boat doing nothing but defending Indigenous women. I could have stayed the fuck out of it. None of that was personal for me. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that I ended up under a bus and in a firing squad over that, and I see every single one of you that did, and I fucking love you and I appreciate you so much. And I also see the ones that took that opportunity for themselves. And we're not letting the lateral violence go scot-free either. So that'll be the next thing.
Come here, bud.
And now I'm again gonna let you guys fill in everything else with the actual facts and the receipts and whatever else while I just step away for 5 seconds because I need to go step away for 5 seconds.
So I want y'all to listen to something real quick. Might be a little bit loud because I got tea brewing in the background. It's right here.
Which one are we playing? What are we playing right now?
Oh, this was from this morning.
Interesting.
Can I also request that at some point we play the video that Nugs made just for me, just for everybody to hear it?
I got you, girl.
She was defending the truth.
Hang on. All right. Oh, wait. Nope. Back that way. There we go. August 6th. Can y'all hear it?
No.
Towards the end of this, 5-minute clip? 5.5-minute clip? All right. Hang on. All right. So, this is all from Nuggets Whole Live on August 6th, Saturday. And you can see at the top of the screen here, this was around 10 o'clock Central, 9:55 to be exact. Now, towards the end of this, 5-minute clip? 5.5-minute clip? All right. So, let's listen here.
I'm sorry,
That's
Ray.
not what I do.
I know I wasn't. I don't. And I always stay in my lane. If
You're a liar. Not you, Beauty. But I would never, ever do it. No, I would never hold space talking about anybody for weeks. That's ridiculous. That is not me. That is not me.
One of the things that did happen and did occur in Ray's live is Kay actually came in there under a different account and attempted to enter the live and was blocked.
Okay, so we hear Nugget say that she personally saw Kay come in, or try to come in, to Ray's live.
And I personally saw that happen while I was watching two lives simultaneously. Ray is not afraid of accountability.
Right? Nugget says that she personally saw Kay. She said Kay. She said Kay's name. Now, a little bit later in this same live, that's a picture right here. A little bit later in this same live,
a certain conversation was had.
He knows this, and Breezy knows this. They have called me and
we're not there. Most of you all talking are only getting a brief.
Okay, hang on. So, 10:04. Look, right here. 10:04. Okay, listen to what's said.
Synopsis of what's happening from one side or the other. It's just stop it. It's really exhausting, and I'm not even a part of this. That's why I didn't talk too much. But this is extremely, sorry.
We're not even talking about Kay. So I see
exactly.
You guys are bringing up Kay. I did not mention UK. Take notice of
at
that.
all.
Literally, you.
So she says, we're not even talking about Kay. I did not mention UK. However, just a few minutes before, she was literally talking about Kay and literally said Kay's fucking name. But then turns around and says, we're not talking about Kay. I didn't mention Kay. A bold-faced lie. Less than 15 minutes after saying Kay's name. After talking about Kay. So, yet again, we've got another example of lies being told direct into the camera, bold-faced, full stop, of the same group of people that have perpetually, for almost a month now, said that they're not lying, said that they're not mentioning people's names, said that they're not throwing that energy, but they are. And it's literally all on camera. Their own cameras, to be specific. The same group of people that do something and then turn around just minutes later and say that they didn't do the thing that they did. The same group of people that loudly and boldly, repeatedly proclaim that they don't do the things that we all watch them do. The same group of people that blame literally everybody else for their own actions and their own words and their own behaviors. And meanwhile, the peanut gallery and the panel is beaking over in the side, co-signing the lies that were told when they were there the whole time. Because that makes sense. One of them being one of the biggest liars in this whole fucking thing. Yes, I'm talking about Ray. I will say that with my full chest. Fuck her. And the other being someone who you heard yourself admit wasn't even part of any of this and is still inserting herself into the fucking situation like she has any stake in the game. Oh, I wasn't even a part of this. That's why I didn't speak too much. But why are you speaking now? You're not a part of this. Why? But then these are also the same people that like to sit there in the box and pontificate about people who are not part of this speaking on it. This entire group is full of absolutely nothing but lies and deception, contradictions. And I think I said it. Did I say it before? No, I did say it before. Every single one of their goddamn accusations is a fucking confession.
Okay, so this is what I want, because we'll get into the rest of that. But like, when I say this is a very, very big real life problem for me now, I can't stress that enough. So what was done to me was done with absolutely no proof. We asked for receipts. They didn't bother to give any. They say they have them. They never gave them. They just made accusations and then acted. So I want to show everything that they did do that we have. Well, not everything, because we have some to save for later. And because this is now going to be a legal situation, because if you want to play the game of legality, let's play. Let's play. I will never be the one that calls the police. I will never be the one that calls the law. But if you do, it's not going to end well for you. That is an absolute fact. I am living in constant fear now. And do you have any idea what it's like to be separated from your children because you have to be afraid of having them taken away? No, white lady, you fucking don't. So I hear about all these threats made at Breezy's children. Haven't seen them. The threat to mine is real. The threat to mine is real, and I did nothing. So where the fuck is my support on that? First of all. So I want to show you guys the video in case you haven't seen it. of where she screamed at me for 2 minutes and said my whole name and made all those accusations. We also then have the video, just a snippet of it, just a little bit of that 13-hour live where I was the main character, and where she was reading things out from the comment section, because I now have to address those as well. And then I'm going to ask some questions of these people because I know they have people in here recording. So I want to see some things on your claims because you're always talking about receipts. We've been asking for them. You didn't bring them. You refused to speak to us because you thought you'd be bullied, but that's because you thought we were like you. And there's where you got it wrong. Because we're better than that, we don't do that. We could have had a discussion. You just refused to have the cojones that you claim to have. So I want to see the proof that it was me, the justification that you had to do what you did. I want to see these threats that you apparently got. I want to see them because I don't believe you. I literally believe nothing that you say because your mouth is shit. I believe none of it. I want to see that. I want to see every way you thought it was us. I want to see these threats you got. And I would really like to talk to you about your security clearance.
Yeah, you know, that one's really interesting to me too, because
We'll get to that one. 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 That one gets its own segment on the bullshit accountability game. Could you play those videos, babe? Could you?
Okay, which one am I playing first? The one
Play the one where she screams at me, and then play the one where I hopped into the live to make sure she wasn't shit talking Pat, and she was in fact shit talking me for like 13 hours. Because then I want to address those claims. Slip, are you still in here?
Okay, but like you got to tell me which one though, because that was a 13-hour live and there was a lot of videos. From
No. It was the screen recording ones that I sent you specifically. I sent you 4 in the WhatsApp.
Okay, the WhatsApp. All right, cool.
Yeah, the ones where I didn't have the comment section because I was just watching it from outside.
Yeah.
So we don't know who said it, but we are going to find that out. So you'll be next. We're going to have a special live.
That one's definitely next. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have a special live for you guys because we can multitask.
Okay.
And if you thought that this was a good party train to jump on, you picked the wrong one. Hold on one second. Slip, are you still in here? Because I'm going to need to borrow you for a second on live. Okay, go.
Are you ready? All right, so for those of you that haven't heard, there's a whole lot of screaming, so fucking trigger warning, because this shit's fucking intense.
This is what we're doing now. Enacting literal violence against black women on TikTok with threats of stabbing against Bree. And don't worry about it because I know who you are. I've sat here and watched you live hop day after day, just bashing black women and going around recruiting various black women to support your bullshit. Oh, and you too, Anna Rose. Because of your proximity to them, you're doing the exact same fucking thing. Going around and bashing black women. Like when you said bring your troublemaking lying little girlfriend with you. And when you were confronted with the possibility that you're anti-black, this is what you had to say. Pretty sure my partner is black. Did I not get the memo? I'm supposed to be anti-black? And then again in the live said she was full of shit. You are literally going around bashing black women, saying the most ridiculous racist shit, while spinning these false narratives to everybody. Even on y'all's own recordings. Bree and Eb and myself said this is not an indigenous conversation. They are talking about black issues. That was a black woman in that video. But y'all just want to keep spinning it like it was your space, like you are entitled to come in there and say, no, we need to speak. And again, from your own videos, this is a screenshot of my camera roll of just how many times people said that. Demanding access and calling us all anti-indigenous if we didn't let you speak. And now here you are in various people's lives sitting here bashing black women to the point that now my girlfriend is getting fucking death threats on TikTok. And you think you're somehow justified because you have a black partner. The difference between that is the fact that you campaign against black women because your anti-blackness is on full display.
Okay. Now I want to preface by saying before this point, I had made no video. I had not been in her comment section. I had done nothing to her. I simply asked to speak to her on Alyssa's live. I also want to preface by saying the implication that black women that don't agree with you must be being manipulated by somebody is problematic at best. Nuggets. These are grown-ass women, Allie up here, grown-ass fucking women that have not been recruited by anybody. We met in the same live for the same fucking purpose. So stop your bullshit. Second of all, I was not in your live. I don't know who Lex is. I've not spoke to anybody. I was not there. None of that happened. At this point, that was the Wednesday when I was at Pride, when I was trying to go to Pride. I had a week off work. I was literally off the app for a week after having COVID because I dealt with all this during COVID so that I could go and like relax, and I woke up to that. I hadn't. At no point. At no point did I. And I'd show you the proof that I didn't, except for I can't because I didn't. But if they want to say I did, I would love for them to show where I did. I would love for them to show that. So that's the first video. That one. That's when my account got attacked as me being anti-black. I also want to talk about that little segment of sound she took. So here's something we do in the Indigenous community where we have a dark sense of humor and we joke around. What she neglected to do was include the rest of that live conversation where we were all making a joke because they had said, and I fucking quote, the Indigenous community is anti-black. So all of us in the live were like, oh shit, like, did you get your letter in the mail? Did like Chief and Council send it to the wrong place? Like, did they have your address? Like, did somebody just forget to tell us that we're anti-black? Fuck, did we miss the meeting? We were literally joking. That was a whole ass joke. And where I said, and bring your lying little girlfriend, what she left out of that was my comment on the video she made about me, where I said, I didn't do any of those things. Why don't you come on back and finish the conversation I was having with you that you ran away from and bring your lying little girlfriend with you because she did it too. Okay, now let's fast forward 3 fucking weeks. My name is still in their mouth. 3 weeks. My name is still in their mouth because this was just the other day.
Okay, but like which one? Because there's 5 and they're each like 15 minutes long, babe. Which one are we talking about? Can't hear you.
It wasn't the one Slip sent you. It was the ones that I sent you.
I'm looking at the ones you sent me, babe. They're 15
Okay,
minutes.
you know what? You guys dissect the video you just watched. I will be right back. I will resend it to you, okay?
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, we all saw what she did in that video, how she was screaming. She blamed the entire Indigenous community. We all saw that the Ainu Indigenous watermark was not on the original video. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that video that
so
her girlfriend posted.
On that point, I am fairly certain. I'll have to find it, but I am fairly certain I saw Nuggets hold up her phone with that saved video and the threat one, and it had the ending credit thing with the Ainu Indigenous and the thing. I'm fairly certain I saw that. Like, I saw her hold up her phone because it was after we were all like, okay.
I mean, the video was up. I saw somebody had duetted it or stitched it. So the video was up. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I'm just giving context to how we saw it because I do think it's odd. I still think it's odd that in the original video that it came from two different watermarks on it.
Other people are saying that. Okay. So I didn't just make that. Okay, yeah. But like, no. So like my thing was, you didn't show that until after hundreds of people were like, okay, but that's not how TikTok works, and that doesn't that doesn't, you know, that doesn't track with how TikTok works. Like you didn't show this proof or whatever until hundreds of people were like, "Yo, that doesn't make any sense." You get what I'm saying? Like what? Like if you're getting threats, like and many people said this, like, bro, in these communities that you're
Right.
claiming to go so hard for, in these communities, when somebody threatens somebody in our community, and it happens all the time on fucking TikTok, when somebody is a threat to the community, names get dropped, faces get dropped, everybody is made aware of who that fucking threat is. Like, it's not just like, oh,
Yeah, but they know who it is, right?
right. It's not just like, oh,
They know who it
I
is.
know who you are, but we're not going to drop names. We're not going to drop proof. We're not going to drop any sort of evidence, but we're just going to keep saying we know who you are, and we're just going to keep saying we have proof.
Alluding to different people, yeah.
Yeah, like that's not how you. That's not how you.
No, and we're not going to take the legal route. We don't call cops, so we're not going to take the legal route. We're not expose this person. We're just going to levy this imaginary proof that we have against anybody who disagrees with us.
Right. So
right, and that everybody's supposed to just take that.
And I'm going to be very clear about this. That is why there were so many people who did not take that threat at face value. That is why there were so many and are so many people who are dubious at best about the validity of that threat. That is not to say that someone can't perceive something as threatening. That's not it at all. That is not to say that someone can't feel a certain kind of way about something. That is not it at all. But if we are operating on logic and facts, and logic dictates that whenever there is a genuine threat to our community, and we see it happen all the time on TikTok, in the Black community, and in Black TikTok, and in Indigenous TikTok, whenever there is a threat to the community, names are dropped, faces are dropped, and it's plastered everywhere like, yo, this person is a threat.
Yeah.
Be cautious of them, be aware of them. And in this case, there is all of this energy being given towards
an absolute refusal
towards this particular threat, but there is zero identifying information as to the identity of the threat or the validity of the threat. And you're saying violence is being perpetrated against Black women, but you refuse to identify the threat. You're not protecting the fucking community. You're protecting the identity of the threat. That's what logic dictates. So you don't get to be mad at people for not believing you when you don't when you don't do the things that you said you were going to do, when you don't act in a logical manner. You can yell logic all day long, but that don't make it logical.
Nope.
So like,
that's the problem.
That's not to say that Breezy can't feel threatened. She absolutely can. If that is how she perceives it, she is absolutely entitled to feel however she feels about the situation. But you also don't get to dictate how other people put the pieces together. And if the pieces don't add up to a full picture, you don't get to be mad at them. That's a you problem, not a them problem.
Right.
Hey, you said you had a question. What's up? Auntie Deb, what's up?
Yeah, this is exhausting. Hey, Auntie Deb.
I just want to remind everybody, if you're not feeling well, because this is very hard conversations, then please take time out and leave for a little while, go and get a glass of water, go and get a cup of tea or something, and then come back in, because obviously this is going to rehash some stuff over the last few weeks. So I just wanted to drop in and say that, and I'm sorry if I've got an echo. But please be safe, people, for your own spiritual health. Thanks, Ash.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Auntie Deb. Send you the video and timestamp because it's about this. But it's video. Oh, hang on. Anna just sent me. Okay, this one. This one's 20 minutes.
So,
all right, I think Anna's gonna come back in.
oh Lord.
Baby, you sent me a 20-minute video this time. What's up? What part are we going to?
Was it 20 minutes? It shouldn't be.
It's almost 19 minutes, yeah.
Oh, it must have sent all of them. Hold on.
Oh, wait a minute. No. Wait, it says 8. Oh, no, I read the time. I'm sorry. Never mind. That's the time, not the length of the video.
Oh.
You want to play this one? Babe, I think you're frozen.
She's gone, yeah, but I will wait for her to unfreeze.
Hey, babe.
Wow. The recordings of which live Lion Queen?
Okay, babe, come back. Come back. Baby.
I don't know. Maybe if you take her out, she can come back in. And she does. Maybe she doesn't know she's frozen.
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe.
There we go. Yeah, y'all really, you know, if you need to, take a step back, because this shit's fucking heavy. It really is. Almost everybody has been going through it for fucking almost a month now, you know? So, like, if you need to take a step back, if you need to dip out of the live and come back in, please do. You know, self-care is the priority. Everybody has been struggling this entire time. Exactly, Starshine. It's been a month. Like, it's been a time. So, please.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna play this one now. Exactly, Belinda. The decisions, the active, deliberate choices that these folks have made during this time is so far removed from the original issue, and that's kind of the point. That's like it's so shitty. So yeah. All right, so we're gonna play this one. Let me see. Oh, that's a picture. Never mind.
What, mama?
Okay, hang on. All right, there we go. Oh, this is where she tries to talk about the nuance that she didn't include in her own fucking words, but expected everybody else to know. Alrighty, here we go.
We talk about all the time. We mention it all the time. You had a biracial woman in the live saying that part, knowing exactly what we mean, and then you go twist it to say that I'm calling this biracial woman a white. You
talking about me.
That's not true. And when you don't check it, that lets me know you already faltered from your ideal and principle. You have gone left. Just to push the narrative. You've gone left.
Nuggets. I'm gonna drop Nuggets. There's the liberal boogeyman. He wants to come in, so is it okay if he comes in? I'm gonna drop.
Yeah, that's
if you want. I'll drop.
Oh, she's already dropped. Big stretch, Bella. Exactly. None one of us are above error. None one of us are above correction. But that correction cannot slip into dehumanization. That correction cannot slip into things that are going to posture violence.
That cannot. You can correct. You can correct behavior. You can correct and say, girl, that's not correct what you did. I don't agree with this. And another thing, if you gonna say that somebody did something, please show that they did it. You can't just come out of your asshole and just say, oh, well, you did this, and you have nothing? You have nothing? You can't do that.
That's all they've been doing. That's all they've been doing this entire time is making up lies, false narratives, misinformation, and manipulating people. They've been doing that this whole time. And to be clear, they inserted Anna and her boyfriend. They inserted themselves into this situation. They inserted themselves to start attacking Breezy. They had no reason to. Nobody has given them a reason to attack her, to attack anybody, to attack Ray. They don't have any actual reason. Everybody that has been on this live, all they've done is defend themselves. They have not actively sought these people out, harassed them, and recorded them, and stalked them like they have been, or given them death threats like they have received. They have not done any of that. These people are inserting themselves into the situation, lying, and even lying about who they are. Because as we just saw, somebody who actually personally knows Anna said that she had lied about being indigenous, and that she lied on her live saying that she lived with her boyfriend when her boyfriend is in the U.S. and she's in Canada. So she's been continuously lying. That's all she's been doing. Is just lying, and that's all they're doing is just going to platform and going into people's DMs, just lying about people for no reason. Well, I know the reason I believe is for clout. Is just to cause drama, to have people come and see their page, and just to cause drama for clout. But besides that, leave.
Okay. Wait. First of all, okay, fine. You first.
No, babe, go ahead.
First of all, we didn't go anywhere and do anything. At this point, I hadn't said anything other than responding to the video that Breezy had made and Nuggets had made. They had already said my name. This was actually just a few days ago. This was when we were all in Pat's live. This was just a few days ago. Second of all, no, nobody who knows me. Who? Because of that, I actually had to go and get a witness to my identity because certain members of the Indigenous community decided to take that upon themselves and drag my ex-husband's name and use him as a tool to try to damage me, not knowing we're actually quite close. So that, also, everybody who's ever encountered Ash and I, this is the funniest thing. Everybody who's ever encountered us, we are famously long distance. That's literally our thing. Under no circumstances at any point have we ever said that or even alluded to that. Quite the opposite, actually. And everybody knows that. Even people just meeting us know that. So because they'll go, and this is why we tell people, if you're coming with something in the comment section like that, don't. Because we can't substantiate that, and this is what happens. So that's where that came from. At this point, is it slip back in here or not?
I'm not sure. Hang on. Oh, I gotta go to WhatsApp. That's right. Slip.
Because it's slip I need in here to now address this.
Because here's the thing. The three other people, well, the four people that were in and out of the box of the live when that was being talked about was Breezy, S2S Beauty Boutique, fucking Coco, and goddamn Hanging Cloud. These were the people. These were the ones that was in and out. These were the ones that was talking about this and that and the other. Now, two of these people, the very next day, done jumped shit over to Ray and was talking shit about Nuggets and Breezy. Because that's what they do. Don't nobody know how to be loyal. Ain't nobody a good judge of character in this whole entire fucking clique. They just go where the fucking wind blows. And these are the same motherfuckers, and yes, I use that fucking term because fuck all of them. This is the same motherfuckers, Nuggets and Breezy included, who think facts are random ass motherfuckers jumping in a goddamn live and saying, I personally know this person and this is this. So according to these motherfuckers, that's a fact. That's facts to them.
I just want to say, Kay, literally no disrespect at all, but like every time over the last like 3 weeks that I've tried to address what's been happening to me, it gets derailed, and I literally have like police on my ass, like real shit in real life here. So for respectfully for a little bit, I just want to kind of stay on track of what these people have done to me, because I would like to have my kids back. But then yes, because we do want to talk about that.
Yeah, so facts according to these motherfuckers is just random ass people that nobody knows coming and telling them random ass shit that literally everyone can invalidate. Everyone who actually knows our fucking names, knows who the fuck we are, can be like, yeah, no, that's absolutely not true. Everyone. Nuggets herself, Breezy herself, both of them were in lives with this woman right here, this beautiful fucking goddess right here, twice, and knew her fucking identity. Not just because she identified herself, but because her own fucking community identified her and claimed her. But according to them, her own community identifying and claiming her isn't a fact. But random people that nobody knows jumping into their live, into their comments, and telling them something that they want to hear, that's a fact. And that's enough for them to go on Harriet Tubman and John Brown's internet and running with those facts. The same people that run around talking about logic and motherfucking facts. Now fuck them and fuck the clique they claim. And these little peanut galleries beacon in the box. Now fuck all of them too.
I want to preface by saying this is a two-pronged thing, because there's also somebody not related to this group who decided to use this as an opportunity.
Is Coco in here? Coco's in the box? Sorry, I didn't mean.
No.
I need to specify a few things here, because I don't want to do what they do. So my kids are away and are going to stay away until it's safe for them to come back, and I'm sure the RCMP won't be coming to my door, first of all. Second of all, they weren't the only ones that did this. There was somebody else who used this as an opportunity to jump on it, and we'll be dealing with them next.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, so this whole time, all these motherfuckers running around talking about facts and logic and what was it that was said? I know y'all don't like facts. You like to make things up to make it take. Like I have said multiple times, every accusation of yours is a goddamn confession. Every single one.
Also, whether or not they actively did it themselves, or they just did exactly what you guys saw to the point that they like incited their followers to do so, is the same to me. We're as responsible for you guys as they are for their followers. And if any fucking one of you goes and does anything like that, it will literally be the last thing you ever hear from us after we read you for filth. But if they condone it, that's what happens.
No,
until they show me proof that they fucking didn't. And actually, because we've already got some proof that we will probably at a later date be releasing, that they said my name and the RCMP in the same fucking sentence. That's all I need. That is enough.
Because see, here's the thing. When we're all up here, as we are right now, my name is right there. And this is my whole ass face. So what happens down here and what happens over here, I'm still responsible for it. So if somebody's getting fucked up in here, if people are acting a fool in here, I'm still responsible for that. If people are acting a fool over here, I'm still responsible for that. if people are getting harmed or damaged in either one of these places, I'm still responsible for that because I opened this space and I allowed it to happen because of who was allowed to be in here and who's allowed to be over here. Now, what has happened repeatedly, time and time again, over the last almost fucking month is a complete divestment of any kind of responsibility. Oh, I didn't personally say that. Nah, but you had a whole fucking peanut gallery beacon over here doing the exact fucking things. But I didn't say it, so I'm not responsible. Nah, but you let it happen on your platform. You put those people there. You allowed it to happen. You allowed it to happen over here on your platform with your name and your whole fucking face. And I would say, because I usually do say it, I would say that Nuggets and I came up in the same United States Army, but clearly that is not fucking true. Because the army that I came up in, I talk shit about the army all the time, and I will continue to talk shit about the army because the army ain't shit. But one of the lessons that I did learn and that I continue to carry with me after I got out, one of the lessons I learned in the army was that if it's got your name and it's got your face on it, you're responsible for it. If it happens under your watch, you are responsible for it. Now, clearly, that's not a lesson. That's not a concept that is understood. Maybe it's the army. Maybe they don't teach that anymore. Maybe she's a shit NCO, which wouldn't surprise me because the army's full of shit leaders. But what I can say is that the behavior and the attitude speak for itself. And it speaks for the person. So all of this shit about, well, do you have a recording of me saying it? You know what? I don't give a fuck if you have a recording of me saying it. If my name is up here and my face is up here, I'm responsible for it. And as for our followers, as for the people who follow us or whatever, they know not to go around acting a fucking fool in our name or what the fuck ever. I got people in our fucking we, not I, because it's not just me. We have people in our fucking DMs. Hey, I just went ahead and deleted a comment because I didn't want to take away from the conversation or, I didn't want it to go off course, or, hey, is it okay if I respond to this? Or, hey, do you think I should respond to this? Or, hey, how does this sound? Or what the fuck ever. That is how the people who fuck with us, that's how they operate. So all of these accusations of, oh, well, people were coming and saying that Ash did this, and then they were coming from Ash, and da. One, I'm gonna take a page from y'all book. Fucking prove it. Fucking prove it. And if they do follow me, cool. I'll cuss them out my goddamn self. And then I'll block them. But the real ones don't operate like that. Just because that's how y'all operate and that's how y'all people operate doesn't mean that's how everybody else operates. And that's a concept that a whole lot of folks need to understand. Because all of this hypothetical what ifs, y'all could have, you might have this and that and the other, nah. Because my woman right here got real shit in real life based off of the zero fucking proof, zero fucking evidence, zero fucking due diligence bullshit that this whole ass punk baby back bitch group of fucking people decided to fucking perpetuate. And multiple fucking times, they had opportunities to dead this whole ass thing. Just own they shit, shut the fuck up, and walk away. They actively chose to keep perpetuating the bullshit and perpetuating the lies. They actively chose to believe and stand 10 toes down for people that they had already known were shit-ass people. And they didn't care that the shit-ass people were shit-ass people, because those behaviors and actions were directed at everybody else. And as long as it was directed to everybody else, it was okay. They didn't give a fuck. They only gave a damn when those behaviors and actions were directed at them. Then all of a sudden, it's a problem. Fuck all of them. Fuck the clique they claim. Somebody else want to go? Allie?
First off, fuck the bitch and the clique you claim. West Side, yes. Period. Honestly, I'm so amped up right now. I know y'all are pacing this shit, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to lay it all out. I'm pissed off. I'm tired. I'm tired of being lied on. I'm tired of everything, honestly.
Like,
it's just been so emotionally exhausting and emotionally taxing.
Absolutely. The thing is, and again,
yep.
I would say we came up in the same army, but I can't really say that because I don't know. The army that I came up in, they taught us proper target identification. You best know who the fuck you aiming at before you try to go at it. You best know.
And they don't. They
ahead,
don't. They've proven.
I just want to add really quick. I want to reiterate, contrary to everything that they've said, the proof of first of all, everybody who knows me knows who the fuck I am. If I have a problem with you, I'm going to take it to you directly. End of it. Like I did with Nuggets twice and Breezy twice. Outside of that, I didn't say shit. And I didn't even take a personal issue with them or to them. I literally went to them to ask them the ways that they were going to, not even for an apology to the Indigenous community, because that's not my fucking responsibility to do. I asked them in what way they plan to educate themselves to ensure it didn't happen again. And that was all done to me. And I was painted like that. For doing that. But they can do that to me based off unsubstantiated claims of something I didn't even do. But I'm not allowed to stick up for my sisters, other people that I see be hurt. And like I said to her in that live, if you can check Indigenous women, you can check your Indigenous male friend.
Mm-hmm.
So when everybody else went into other lives for 13 hours, I contacted those women, and they're in here right now. Like I see you guys in here right now. Like Miss Starshine's right here. And I went and checked to see if they were okay, because that's my responsibility. I DM'd each one of them to make sure they were okay, Raven included, Slip included. And then the next day when that shit came up and I was in the room and nobody else was, I stood up and spoke on their behalf, asking what was going to be done to make sure it didn't happen again. And that's what justified the violence against me.
Thank you so much. Like, you guys literally gave me a support system and it made me feel so safe after all of that. All of that blew up and I was so scared and I felt so alone. And you guys supported me and had my back, and not only that, but your they's been had receipts. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you spit that drink out.
Bro,
I didn't know what else to say respectfully, pronoun wise, but you once said they's been, so I've been saying it ever since.
honestly, if folks can't even get the names and faces right of the motherfuckers they trying to talk about, they ain't got no business trying to fucking talk at all.
Okay, I will. I will claim this because everybody who watched those 2 lives, like I did my best to stay as calm as possible, and like some of us, there are people like Bren, that like Samina's another one who is exceptional at just staying calm and grounded and like just do it. I'm not, okay. You know, I'm an Indigenous Jew. I'm made to argue, but they kept trying to like get me sidetracked and get me riled up. But what happens when somebody tries to do that to me is I just get sassy. And so like there were several, like there was some pretty solid comebacks I gave her, and it probably hurt her feels a little bit. Like when I was like, yo, if you can check Indigenous women you don't know, you can check your Indigenous male friend. And then when she was getting Miss Starshine and Slip mixed up, I was literally like, yo, you can't even tell your Indigenous women apart. Like, do we all look the same? Like it was this whole fucking
they mixed me and Notorious Raven up, not Slip. But they also, I think they mixed me and Anti-Slip up too. I think
Yes,
they did both.
So
they couldn't get me between Anti-Slip and Notorious Raven.
So at first they couldn't figure out if you, Slip, or Raven said "shut the fuck up, white lady," but then they couldn't figure out if it.
I love that song.
They couldn't figure out what the quote was. Then they couldn't figure out which one of 3 of y'all said it. Then they couldn't figure out the difference between you and Raven.
And
so
bear in mind,
it's like 3 or 4 different things.
I also want to put some respect on the Indigenous women that stepped up into that incredibly aggressive space. And like some of us lost our patience a little bit, but whatever, stepped up into that space because unlike them, every single one of those women came in with their cameras on, showing their whole fucking faces and their names and introduced themselves, said who they were, why they were there, why they wanted to speak, and what gave them a right to. So how are you still going to mix us up if you're not even watching our mouths move?
And Kay Woken was so respectful when she came on that live, and she was speaking so politely, and they just kept telling her to be quiet. Like that made me so mad.
That happened with literally every single one that came up, unless it was one of their friends. If you were one of their friends, you were good to go.
If you were in the inn, you were in. But if you're not in the inn, then you were not in.
But look at how, because here's the thing about shit sticking together. It does. Look at how all of us who met each other in that moment and we're like, no, 10 toes deep right now.
Yeah.
Fam, right now. All of us. We didn't let people divide us racially. We didn't let people fucking start shit in between. We didn't fucking flip on, because you can't flip on the truth, first of all. Like, if you're solid, you're solid. And all of us are still sitting here.
Lie
We've
when
just
it's recorded.
Grown.
That's what
Our group has grown, and every single week we're hosting lives that are international, and we're all sharing our cultures and like sharing we're talking about Marvel and shit. Like we're all forming friendships and bonding and looking after each other, and they fucking turned on each other.
I would like to point out,
exactly.
I just would like to point out one thing. If you're actually being truthful and logical, you don't have to repeatedly point out the nuance in whatever it is you're saying.
You don't have to save yourself if you're not lying so big that your webs get stuck in other webs. And like the one thing that made me so mad is that Modern Warrior went on YouTube and spoke about Canadian matters after telling Canadian Indigenous people not to get involved in his matters.
Yeah, girl, I know. We all feel the same, but we're not giving that waste of skin any more space because we got people like Native Odin, we have people like Ash, we have like strong Indigenous men that like, and this is the thing, right? So when we see these situations and you see Indigenous women go so hard for each other, it's because they're used to having to go so hard for each other. Like that's what happens, but that's not what's supposed to happen, right? So what I didn't see was a lot of Indigenous men getting the fuck in there to be like, listen, like that, get the fuck over here. but there were some.
Yeah.
And the ones that were in there were so loud and they didn't back down and they kept going. And like, I literally could cry about it and they're still going. And the fucking irony is like the way that they talk to Ash about stuff to do with me. And it's like, this is literally what everybody is always talking about for men and male presenting people to fucking protect women in the community and their women in general. And so when one does, then you want to call them anti-black. Then you want to call them this. Then you want to call them that. What you're not going to do on my partner is any of that fucking shit. None of that.
Yeah.
But nobody likes to talk about how many times I've checked people in my own comments when they are anti-black towards the people that I can't fucking stand, or when they mock, the disabilities of the people that I can't fucking stand. And I'm like, no, what we're not going to do here is that.
Gentle of that. Sorry.
They don't talk about that part.
Yeah. They've been real quiet lately, I do have to say.
No, it's not decent out here. It's like Satan's asshole out here. But I can't say
Satan's asshole. I agree. I'm in BC. I'm not far from Anna. It is like Satan's butthole out here.
Yeah, no, I'm in.
I think it was plus 38 Celsius in Canada. It's nuts.
I mean, that's like a regular here. Yeah.
Ali wants to play a video.
Okay.
So everybody else mute.
Okay, yeah, cool. Oh shit. I don't know.
As long as this is not just screaming again, I'll.
Can I mute myself?
It's okay. It's okay. Can y'all hear me? Like, cause I know my audio is loud.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so, or my background, sorry, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just quickly play this video. And I'm gonna need y'all to, hold on. Just listen to what she says here. So we're talking, this is in regard to the threat that was made against Breezy, and where Nuggets had addressed somebody who was asking for the proof after Nuggets said to me, "You of all people would know about threats." This is the first video I'm going to play.
Do I know who made the video? Yes, I do. You were saying it was Carnival Girl, but I haven't seen any proof. I haven't seen any proof that says I said it was Carnival Girl. Who said I said it was Carnival Girl? Show me the proof where I said it was her. When did I say it was her? Explain that to me. Damn it! I didn't want them blocked. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring them back. Let's see. Settings, blocked accounts. I want that person back. Who was that? I literally never said that. I never accused anybody. I said, don't worry, I know who you are. That's all I said. Show me where I said that. That's real interesting. The next person that comes in here and says that, I actually want to ask them, show me the video that says that. I literally never said who it was. So if I didn't say who it was, and there is someone on this app who is vehemently defending themselves against an accusation that was never made, why? Y'all don't think that's weird? Y'all don't think that's weird? Okay. That's weird. I'm not a super great fighter, but I'm about that life. Like, it's not gonna go down like that. It's not gonna go down like that. I don't give a fuck about intersectionality. I don't give a fuck about handicap. I don't give a fuck about religion. I don't care about race, ethnicity, nationality at that point. You're threatening the woman I love. And it's like, you think it don't even make no sense. It don't even make no sense.
Okay,
So it's the black scent for me, first of all. First of all, it's the black scent for me. Second of all, you don't care about intersectionality, you don't care about this, you don't care about that. Pull up. Pull up. You're about that life. Say it with your whole chest. I'm so sick of them saying they're about that life. Bitch, I'm about that life. I'll give you my address. You already doxed me. You fucking know where it is. Here it is. I'll wait. I'll put a fucking welcome mat out for you. White people like that, right?
Right.
We'll roll out the red carpet. I cannot believe she admitted that on live in public. I would be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for her.
And how do you say you don't give a fuck about handicap if you're gonna stand up there and like, okay, let's let Ash talk. We're doing the thing. Okay, I'll mute.
Well, no, I was just gonna say, because you know they are going to say it. They're going to say that it was in the context of defending her girlfriend, and that at that point, all of that shit goes out the window. However, during this entire time, it has been expected of everyone else to observe all of those things. It has been expected of everyone else to observe intersectionality. It has been expected of everyone else to observe disabilities. It has been expected of everyone else to observe all of these things about intersectionality and everything else in defense of themselves and in defense of everyone else. But when it comes to Nuggets, she doesn't have to observe any of those things.
It's important to remember too, she's a whole ass white woman defending her girlfriend, but you're anti-black when you defend me.
Yes, absolutely. It's the rules for thee, but not for me.
Oh, we got another one?
I cannot believe that they hold us accountable for being anti-black, but they can say all of that crap and not get any reprimandations for it.
Ali, you got another one? Because this is fun.
Oh, video number 2, I'm down.
All right, let's go.
I'll mute.
Also, this is absolutely my favorite skirt. I love this skirt.
I do too.
Bubba? Whoa, bless you, Bubba. What's that say? I can't tell.
Okay, well, Ali, do you need a minute? Okay. Do you want us to wait for you to come back or to do your part? Or do you want us to just like go hard and send it to you on YouTube? Your